Well, as you can see on your screen, Edra Monroe, our interviewer, with Person to Person, back in the 50s, interviewed Marilyn Monroe. I'll tell you what, this was actually quite refreshing to do. And sad kind of way, because it's like you see what normal people act like, especially ones that have been put in the spotlight, and they're not groomed from birth. Now we're going to skip his introduction and get straight to where they start interviewing.
Evening, Milton. Hello, Milton.
Ed, hello.
How are you?
This is Milton Friedman, famous photographer. Marilyn Monroe was staying in their house.
Fine, thank you. And you?
Good. What are you doing there?
Well, we're just going over some pictures.
Tell me, what part of the house are we in now, Milton?
This is the studio.
And where is Mrs. Green and Marilyn?
They're in the kitchen right now.
Well,
obviously, pictures weren't that high definition back then. But you can kind of see the setup. It wasn't like they didn't set anything up, like it wasn't coordinated or choreographed in any way. It was. At this stage in his life, he's a famous photographer. So he's in his little studio for all his pictures, sitting, I don't know if that's a bed or not, or some kind of fancy couch. It's hard to tell from this video. And he's got his dog next to him because, you know, Family Guy with the dog and his art pictures. And you notice that he's petting the dog constantly. So we're not talking about a personality or someone that's even used to really being in the spotlight or likes it. So he's stressed, and the dog's getting a whole lot of touch to comfort himself. Also, it helps control the dog. It's like a bunch of different things. I don't want to sit there and make the dog sit in a violent way, because that would be weird. But I'm stressed at the same time. So he's killing a couple of birds with two stones right there. And yes, I said it the way I said it.
And then this one...
yes, that's Marilyn Monroe, isn't it?
That's right.
Tell me, how many of your photographs of Marilyn have been on magazine covers, Milton?
Only one.
Uh-huh. Was it difficult to take that one? Do you have any trouble with it?
No, that was done with 2 or 3 photo floods and the Rolleiflex in Look Office in California.
Uh-huh. And what does she think of it?
Well, why don't we go inside and ask her?
All right, good. Milton, tell me, did you study photography at school?
Yes.
And what sort of camera did you use when you first started taking pictures?
It was a Kodak that my sister had.
An old-fashioned collapsible one, was it?
Yeah, with a leak in the bellows. Ed, this is my wife, Amy.
Good evening, Amy.
Marilyn.
Good evening, Mr. Monroe.
Good evening, Marilyn.
How do you do, Mr. Monroe?
Marilyn,
So as you can see, there is obviously even a lag from the cameraman. Everybody is just really getting used to the TV phase of America. The TV phase in technology in general. Now they've got it all polished. They knew who shows up, how long to keep it on, all of their algorithmic mindsets all tuned in to sit there and be able to go like, this is the best picture ever. I do think it's kind of odd, as we all understand microphones now, thanks to the YouTubes, that for him to be walking through the house during the 50s without a wired microphone and still be able to hear the interviewer and talk is unheard of technology, at least back then. And he goes in to the pre-done setup of the kitchen and the dining area. And you'll notice as this goes on that they actually have pre-subjects in mind to talk about.
I was asking Milton what you thought of that look cover that he did of you.
I liked it very much, although I like most of Milton's pictures.
Uh-huh. Well, now, your picture has been on the cover of almost...
And you're seeing Marilyn Monroe in her acting. The slight movements in the face, the eyebrows up and down, but not harsh. The doughy eyes. Everyone's polished. But now that you're all beginning to see what that looks like, there's a massive contrast from the past to today. You can see the beginning of what polish looked like to where how polished it is today. It didn't just start, it's been happening.
all popular magazines, hasn't it?
No, not the Ladies' Home Journal.
That you would like, would you?
Yes.
Why?
Well, I used to long for it. I used to appear on, when I was modeling, on men's magazine covers, such as, I don't know, Squint, Peep, Take a Peep, all those things.
But not the Ladies' Home Journal.
No.
Marilyn, tell me, how did you three meet?
Well,
I met in California.
I really met Milton first. I was working on a set in Hollywood, and
You also notice that the females always hold their mouth open because that was the sexiness of the day. The slight gape of the mouth with the lips all pouty. Now we just call them mouth breathers. But you see how fashion changes. And that's why they say hold on to your jeans from the 60s. They're coming back in fashion. So we have in this angle, the wife of Milton is sitting next to Marilyn. And they've all angled their body towards her. Now remember, everything is set up for the interview. I just find it a little unsettling how much eye contact he's giving Marilyn. But we can give it a couple of things. It's either one or two things. Or it could be both. He's having an affair. Let's just get that one right out in the open with Marilyn. Which is, considering what we know these days, not an unusual thing. Or, a more realistic, is they're starting a venture together for their little movie production. And Marilyn is a huge part of it. And he's watching her like a hawk to make sure she don't screw it up.
one of the look writers came over to the set one day and asked me if I'd like to look at some pictures in a portfolio. And I said, yes, I'd like to. And I saw the most beautiful pictures I'd ever seen. And I said, I'd like for this photographer to photograph me.
So you'll sit there and she'll talk about the photographers. She saw the she saw the most beautiful pictures she's ever seen. But you'll realize she's not going anywhere in memory for a visualization there. And that's how we know it's scripted. Because if it was true, she would be referencing a visual on the visual markers that she's speaking about. We don't see that. But she is going to the word index in her mind. Memorized words. That is how we know it is scripted. It's very good for an actress. That's what you want for an actress who can sit there and memorize her lines. She does that very well.
And he says, well, here he is. And I turned and looked, and I said, but he's just a boy.
And what did you have to say to that, Milton?
Well, he's just a girl.
Comedians.
So the other part of this is the wife is not upset about this. It looks like a little bit of flirting, and even then they could pick up on these little nuances. But she's not. She's kind of laughing. As you'll see, we go back enough.
Turned and looked, and
The wife gives it. Oh, she's got her head down. She's listening. That's the punchline joke. We're all supposed to laugh.
And what did you have to say to that, Milton?
Well,
Now she looks over to the husband.
he's just a girl.
Comedians.
Comedian. And the point on that one is everything was choreographed. Everything is scripted. Even then, well done in the sense of, what is appealing to the mind at the time. And no one's upset with the choreograph. The wife doesn't give any signs of there being any misappropriate behavior because she knows she's in the mix of this interview.
Amy, that looks like a large dining room and kitchen. Are you the cook?
No, I'm not. We have a wonderful girl by the name of Sadie Ingram. She's not with us tonight. But we're very proud of this kitchen, Ed. Milton built the table.
With the help of Kurt.
Amy, tell me, does Marilyn know her way around the kitchen? Is she very much help around the house?
Well, yes, she is. She's sort of an ideal guest. She's not.
You also notice too, because as humans will sit there and want to do, they like to rattle on and go down tangents. So she's bringing up this table that Milton built with the help of Kirk, and then the conversation just stops because that's as far as it goes, and then they wait for the next question. I will say it's pretty much all on who you know in Hollywood. You can get an interview like this, person to person. It helps to promote you. It helps to promote the little adventure that these two are going on to. And of course, the wife definitely wants this adventure to be successful. So she's definitely in the mix of it, helping her husband with Marilyn, as you'll see and hear.
trouble to anyone, and she picks up after herself, and she's just fine. You don't even know she's around.
Does she make her own bed
Yes, she does, and she helps me with the baby to bathe him.
and cleans her own
Feed 'em.
room?
Yes, she does.
Uh-huh. Has she ever come in handy as a babysitter?
Well, that's it.
On quite a number of occasions.
Yes, Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve.
Milton, about,
Everything's quite jolly. She's talking her up. She's going, look at this little woman that I'm presenting to the world. You have to understand it was pretty much a traditional lifestyle back then. So to talk her up in the female sense of female roles, that's normal. That's giving her like the Christian overview. She's a Christian, so this is what she does. She's a really good woman. This is what she does. Go watch her movies. Support their venture together. Boy, has culture changed. All right, let's go forward.
Excuse me, why don't we go into a more comfortable room?
all right. Where are we going now, Amy?
This is our den
Uh-huh.
with the books and television set and a nice warm fire. It's chilly tonight.
Oh, Milton, I was asking you just before you...
So you see how they all go in, they find their spots, they sit down. He waits for her to sit down so he can put his hands in the appropriate areas of what it looks like to be in a loving home with your wife. She leads the procession to the fireplace area, the den, and he is the gentleman. That's the other part that you have to understand culturally, especially during that time. Men used to hold doors. Well, back then, the woman led into the new room, and the men picked up the rear. It's the equivalent of holding the door open. It's all about how things look, not how they are. I don't know, this guy could be a creeper or not. We're only seeing a choreographed, and it's only limited to pretty much promoting their very clean lifestyle, which is good in the sense as it helps reinforce the culture of America of being what a lady should be and being a gentleman. I wouldn't want to go back to all of their traditions back then, but it did have good elements.
You moved about Monroe Productions.
Yes.
Have you and the president had any offers yet?
Oops, there's a telephone ad. That's another offer. Yes, we've had quite a few, Ed. We had some for TV and the theater in Europe and here. Movies, books, real estate.
All right, so as he's going through the list of what their offers are for their new adventure, you start to sit there and see that he's avoiding all eye contact with everyone. Not horrible. Got a lot of digging in the brain. It could be the wishful thinking of where they'd like to go with it. It is kind of hard with the cutting of the camera as it leaves to go from another view, which obviously this all happened in post in the edit session. This is not live TV, which is the other reason why you know it's been choreographed. Oh my gosh, I've become so cynical I can't even look at this stuff and not see the manipulation. Oh, so sad. Oh, to be a kid again and naive. But oh well, now you get to listen to 3 freaking roosters outside as I try and do one of these videos. If any of that bled through my microphone, I was being nice and let them out of the cage and they followed me home. I don't talk about it much, but I am the Snow White of this property. I've got more animal friends than Adam and Eve, and I am talking about the wild ones and the tame. May the Lord bless you and keep you. In Jesus' name.